Scarcasm's just such an intimate show. Got to do it from an intimate place, and that is me in the bedroom.
Or technically, I'm always in my bedroom because this is my bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell that much, but because of where the camera is. But yeah, my bed's right there. All right, let me share this, and then we can get it popping. We can get it popping.
We've been popping. I don't play around no more.
Word. How's your move situation going?
Kind of stagnant for right now. Kind of going between. We thought about pods. You know what pods are?
Yes, I work for a moving company. Of course, I know what pods are.
So, are you guys a pod affiliate?
No, but we load and unload pods for people all the time.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Because like pods, they just take it. I knew this was going to happen.
You knew what was going to happen.
This will be the last time.
Because he drinks a gallon full of anything he can put in his mouth and has to go to the bathroom every 2 seconds.
Oh, one of the youngins?
Yeah.
Which one, Young Rouse?
No.
Or Aiden. Okay. Oh, Aiden gotta go past you. I see it.
Young Rouse has got a bathroom in his room, which is a little potty.
Young Rouse got a suite?
Yeah, Young Rouse got that suite.
Young Rouse on that suite life.
Have you heard about the guy that there was a thing? I don't know. It was like on one of those Reddit things to where, or not Reddit, but like the 4chan things to where it's like someone's kind of like telling their ultimatums and shit. Oh, that looks better. Should keep the bathroom light on.
Yeah, we can actually see you.
Yeah, but they did like an ultimatum because the lady came in and they were dating for a while, and when she started to move in, she saw kind of a red flag, which wasn't really a red flag. It was like, I know you've been a bachelor, but this has got to go. He had a urinal in his living room.
That's awesome. I don't care who you are. That's awesome right there, Bob.
Yeah,
That's
you
awesome
think it's awesome. Like if you're like a dude and be like, oh, I can just sit there and then I can go pee and just go sit back down. But then urinal's got like a lot of splashback. You get in there with carpet. I mean, that carpet's got to stink.
Yeah. The carpet smell like you got a whole bunch of cats. You gotta, no, player, we can't clean this carpet. You gotta pull the fucking foam up. Like, you gotta get this shit all the way the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like you're and then you try to put like fragrances out, and that just makes your bathroom smell more like a public bathroom. Because public bathrooms smell like roses and piss. It never covers it up.
Yeah, and like when you take a shit and like you spray and it smells like whatever you sprayed and ass.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't really cover it up unless you really want to put something on it and get that oust. That oust used to cover up everything.
Mm-hmm. Febreze were supposed to do that. But I don't think it was as good. Or as my dad used to call it, he still calls it free breeze. He adds an extra R.
Free breeze. Boy, hand me that free breeze. I gotta drop some taters. Boy, hand me that free breeze. Oh my god. It's a foul even for me. Boy, hand me that free breeze.
No, no,
Holy
you,
shit.
no, you say, he'd say, man, this shit's rank.
Give me that free breeze. That is the show title. It's free breeze. I need to do that right now before I forget. It's gonna be free breeze.
Have we ever picked a show title before we even made the intro?
I think so. I mean, this got to be in the show now, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be. It has to be. Hand me that free breeze. I'm about to drop the kids off.
Well, this started out as like kind of talking about the movie a little bit, and we started talking about other things. But the whole pods thing is like they just take it, but then they work with local people to like actually do the packing and stuff if you want that service.
Yes, absolutely.
So, because we're kind of going between that or there's like line truckers that will just like pack it all into a big semi,
Yes.
and then there's like places like two guys in a truck. But like it depends on, are we wanting it to be easy or we want to spend a shit ton of fucking money.
Yeah, because moving interstate is super expensive. Like I mean, of course, I work for a moving company, and I know just moving to North Carolina with the minimum, because we have a minimum weight of 3,500 pounds. Even if you have less than 3,500 pounds, it gets charged as if you have 3,500 pounds.
Yeah,
That's like
kind of like the
three or
water
four.
company.
Yeah, that's like 3 or 4 G's right there
Yeah,
for just the minimum.
right, and that's pretty much what pods were, but that was their biggest pod and one pod, right?
Their biggest is 16, right?
16 by 8, yeah. And it
Hmm.
but even if we did two, that would still be cheaper. Like two guys in a truck quoted like 12,000 or something.
Yeah,
So even three pods was cheaper than that shit. And then if we, depending on if we wanted to get somebody to load the pods, because I'm still working up until like this week. So this is my last week. Then I'm going to be unemployed.
yay!
Yay.
Right before Christmas too. Like that's and with a move right before Christmas, and then you still got to do
Well,
Christmas.
them kids have been bad anyway, so.
Young Rouse got to get his stuff, man. Like don't sleep on Young Rouse, man.
He threw all the stuff he already had out the window, so.
Yeah, I feel the same about my daughter, because my daughter is not doing very well in school right now. Um, and so like I'm gonna do a little something, but I probably am not going to go as far as I probably would have. But also the second job that I was looking for never actually materialized, so I don't really have the money that I was going to have originally. So it's kind of like twofold. So like, thank goodness that you're fucking up in school. So now I don't have to do as much. Now I don't feel obligated to do as much. So that's kind of what it is for me. So, all right, you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna sound very pause worthy, but I just got finished eating some nuts, and I got some nuts in my throat, and it's just not like it's like right there. Like it's
I
very
know
pause worthy.
I know what you mean, man. I like
Sometimes
I like
that's the premium mixed nuts. You know what I mean? With less than 50%
I don't know,
peanuts.
and then you drink something that still don't go down. I don't know if
It
it's
still don't go right. Like it don't go right, and you're like, man, and then like you're like, yo, these nuts is good, but like pause worthy.
I thought
But
nuts was supposed to be good for you, and like nothing can be good for you if it's gonna stay in your throat, right? That seems like that.
exactly, exactly. And Scott said that he used to be a mover. He said it's not cheap. He said better drink some Coke. Like you know, I mean,
We're in North
I'm, I'm,
Carolina. You put your nuts in the Coke.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got some people that are like that. They from the Carolina, so they got that. Put the peanuts at the bottom, drink your Coke, and then eat the peanuts.
Yeah, it's like the whole sweet and salty thing, man. It's good.
Yep. All right.
Oh, speaking of weird stuff with sodas, they were talking about like put that pilk thing. I'm kind of interested in that
The what thing?
pilk.
What the
It's
fuck is
putting
pilk?
milk in Pepsi. Like just straight up putting milk in Pepsi sounds like not right. But then you like have like root beer floats. So if it's anything like a root beer float, which is really fucking good, it might be pretty
Like,
good.
but you put regular ass milk, not like tasty frozen milk. Like what ice cream is. Like you're not. I mean, you're just putting regular ass milk in Pepsi.
It's supposed to be something for like a Christmas thing. And they said something about it bringing out certain flavors in the Pepsi, like that is actually very Christmassy. So I mean, I'm down to try it.
Look, if
But
Pepsi's gonna do anything, let me tell you, Pepsi, what y'all need to do. Y'all need to bring back Pepsi Jazz back and bring back the fucking the strawberries and cream Pepsi Jazz. That
uh-huh.
shit was fucking phenomenal. Like phenomenal. I don't know why the fuck they stopped that shit, but that Pepsi Jazz shit used to be the bomb.
They still had
Especially
the
for
cherry cream Dr Pepper, but the Pepsi one went bye bye.
yeah, that shit sucks. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Still like trying to. Okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scarfinger, and this is Scarcasm. Chase is in the building, and because Chase is leaving, Chase is moving. This will be the last show of the year. So, please not be done.
In the chat, you were like, "This will be the last show," and then you had to come back of the year.
Right,
Adam Sessler.
because I've threatened to quit several times. Like, let's be honest about this. I wanted to quit several times. So, like, I wanted to make sure that that we were on the same page. That this was not one of those situations.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, this is supposed to be the last show, and then I put, oh shit, of the year. I didn't want to make sure. I wanted to make sure that you didn't know that this was the last show.
It is. I mean, it's the last show. We'd have Blue. We'd have Anthony Alex up in here. We'd have Meef J. I mean, it'd be a party, man.
It'll be a party. It's a party. Let's get it on tonight. I don't know why I did that Jeanne song in a country accent, but I think it works. I think if someone country redid that, let Billy Ray redo that song. I think that'd be a pretty good song. But man, let me tell you, I actually played some stuff that is not I tell you, 2 Point Campus.
So it was.
And I haven't played The Division either.
It was 2 Point Hospital, wasn't it?
One of them, yes. But no, I actually played some other stuff. I played other stuff. So we gonna get into that a little bit in a little bit. But just, I mean, we were talking about it in general. But like, how are things, bro?
Pretty good. Like I said, we kind of like at a standstill of what we're, because with the little one. Like when I would move before, what we would do is you'd start packing up and just put it all in the. We would break down like the kitchen table, and then the whole dining room area was like a bunch of boxes, right? Can't do that. Everything in the boxes would be out of the boxes because we got a freaking 5-year-old.
Right.
But so I'm not sure. And a lot of the stuff from, I mean, 2018 is forever ago now. That doesn't feel like it. That's how long we've been here, and there's still stuff in boxes still, that we're not actively using.
Bro, you ain't got to tell me. I got a whole closet full of stuff that has been in boxes since I got kicked out of my apartment when I lost my job in, was it 2015, 2016? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still got stuff that's in boxes from there. So you ain't got to tell me twice.
360 games.
I know I put all my 360 games on a shelf. I just got the little pegs to actually finish putting them on the shelf directly. And eventually I'm going to take them all off and organize them in some sort of way and put them back. Because I just like looking at all those games. I'm not about to play none of this shit, but I mean, because most of what I play is digital now, so you know,
I
I
mean,
don't necessarily need the discs, but
I mean,
you know,
purists will say like 1986 or sometime when they were a kid and playing video games, on the Nintendos and all this shit. Best year in gaming is 2007. Like the best era of gaming is like '06 to like '09. So fucking good. It's
I
like
would say that.
perfection. Yeah.
I would say that because there's some good ones that came out during that time, Bo.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. All right. For me, everything has been kind of normal. Like work has been weird, right? So work has it's like sometimes it's really busy in the morning and nothing happening in the afternoons. Nothing. Like it got so bad. It got so bad. That's where the 2 Point Hospital came from. I actually pulled out my fucking Switch one day. It was that bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Scar on
I
a
actually
Nintendo
pulled.
product.
I actually play. I've been boarded a long time ago. Um, Actually, I went to GameStop and I bought a code.
Was it portable or did you play it on TV?
No, I played it portable at
Okay.
work. I I put my Switch onto my TV yesterday, and then and I used my wired controller, and then I just kept tripping over the fucking cord like over and over again. I know I tripped over the cord like 3 or 4 times. I mean, fucking at one point the fucking switch just kind of went flying out of the dock, like all kinds of shit happened. I kept tripping over the fucking cord, so I can't be trusted if I don't have a breakaway cord. So I'm for Christmas I'm going to get that controller that y'all have with the breakaway cord, because I'm gonna need that shit. Cause
Was that with the
bruh,
Switch? I thought the Switch controller is wireless.
no, I have a wired switch controller. I
How's it?
have one too. I
How's
have
it?
also.
How's it plug into the Switch?
You can use it when it's docked. So I put the dock, like I said, I put it on the TV, and once I did that, and I put it on the TV, and I plugged that controller in, I kept tripping over the cord.
Oh, well, I don't have a Switch, so I guess I didn't know there was USB
Putting on the
slots on the
TV
Switch.
means you put it in the dock.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know that there was USB slots on the Switch dock to plug in a controller.
There is one.
Okay.
There's only one. So, but like originally, I bought that controller because when we would play, like me, my ex, and my daughter would play Mario Kart, like I would be in the regular controller and they would be using the Joy Cons.
Oh, well, that does make sense because when we were drinking and playing Mario Party at my brother's house, um, Avery had this thing that plugged into a switch, and it had all these other ports on it, and he plugged all those GameCube controllers into that, and we were playing with GameCube controllers.
Yes, I've seen those, and I've seen the ones where you can use Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. I mean, if I had one of those, I would definitely be. I have a reason to use my PlayStation 3 controller.
It
What
may
up,
be
Scott?
it may be a party tonight.
You got to adjust some shit.
We got chatters coming into the
Yo,
podcast, and he's
No,
underwater.
it still look all right. What's going on with your mic, Doug? You good, B?
oh,
Did you break something? Scott.
oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound a little far away, but we got you.
I might have to change headsets.
Okay.
He's using that old 360 headset that they gave you in the box.
No, I'm using the Beats headphones.
The Beats.
Yep.
Is that like Buds?
No, it's actual like the studios or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, it just sounds muffled.
kind of sounds like you're using a webcam microphone. Well, no. Sometimes the webcam microphone sounds like you're in a tin can. So this does sound like you're kind of like just muffled, like you're like doing like this.
Hold on, I might change headsets. I'm trying to get my fucking camera on.
Okay, you do your thing. We'll keep going.
Alright.
Get in where you fit in. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that Xbox controller that y'all got with the breakaway cable, because the last thing I needed was, like, I barely used the damn Switch, and like I came very close to tearing the fucking thing apart yesterday.
Yeah, I like those controllers. Like just the feel of the buttons and everything. They're good controllers. Almost think I might even like it better than the official controller. Maybe.
Well, my official controller fucking stick drifts like a motherfucker, and I like this shit is the worst. That shit is the absolute worst.
I'm not used to like being like just about full body on the camera. I'm be like sitting here talking and just scratch my balls and be like, oh man, the whole internet just saw me scratch my balls.
I mean, if someone was so inclined to be looking in that direction, I for one am not. Okay, I am not. That's not gonna happen. Not from your boy.
got my
Um,
got my Carhartts on. See.
yeah. I so yeah, man. I actually played some games. Have you played what? Have you gotten any real gaming time lately?
Actually, I did. For the most part, it's been because I would talk to my brother in Discord and we'd be talking about moving and stuff, and then if I'm playing a game, I would play something I already played before. So, because if I'm playing something I haven't played before, I literally got to pause. I'm like, I don't hear what they're saying. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to pause. But yeah, like so, I went back and played like some Far Cry 3. We Amber said when she was sitting in the bed, she liked it when I would play the darkness because there's just certain things about that game that's atmospheric about the little TVs that play music videos. Actually, there's a music video in the game I might use as a reaction footage, but
Okay.
in the future because it's a pretty good song and Amber just loves that song in the
Okay.
video. But
Hopefully this shit don't get copyright claimed. Well, no. I hope we don't get that shit pulled, like the last Amber suggestion.
well, it got back better.
It got back better, but shit got pulled up front.
Well, when you're in that line of work, that's a that's something that might happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
So I thought I could see my library. Oh, there it is. Recent. There we go. Yeah, Far Cry 3, and then I played some Borderlands with my son, and then
Okay.
he decided to
One?
play one. Well, the enhanced
Okay.
version of one, but
Okay.
then he decided to play some by himself and got so mad that I think he said he might have broke his controller, but because I guess maybe he wasn't leveled up enough to do something. But when I was playing with him, I was just like it was like easy mode for him because I was just killing everything.
Okay.
So,
That happens.
and I played some of Batman Arkham Origins because it's kind of Christmassy, and I was like, and I've never played that game really, so and it seems cool. It's like an Arkham game, but at Christmas time.
Okay.
And I went back and played some Divinity Original Sin 2 with my brother because we were
I
watching
saw that. I saw that was on sale on Xbox recently, and it made me think of y'all. And Um, some of the other people that I know that actually play that game a lot.
Yeah, it's cool. I I have a love hate relationship with it because there's things about it that I'm like, it's a video game. Why is it got to be so complicated? Like, I go up the
So,
like they were like, hey, we need a resurrection scroll to like bring this guy back to life because if someone dies in your party, they'll be dead until you resurrect them. You know what I mean? And you got to have a resurrection scroll. And I go up the part, and apparently I had to like barter with the merchant. I couldn't just be like just buy the shit. I had to like actually barter with him, and he was like, and I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing wrong, and I kept failing to barter so many times. He'd never wanted to do business with me ever again.
damn, damn.
He just kicked me out of the Applebee's for drinking too much.
Right?
But
Wow, that's a lot. When and that's almost as bad. Like I think the worst thing, of course, is that lady who used to be married to Stevie Wonder. That's kind of that's next to that. Like how look, you know how bad shit got to be where a motherfucker who has never seen you to never want to see you again. Like you know what I mean? Like and that's basically what happened to you in the game.
right. So yeah, the Darkness, and then I played some Darkness 2. She was like, "Oh, there's a Darkness 2." I was like, I thought you've seen this game before, but it's been 10 years." So, and she was like, "This is a completely different game." I'm like, "Yes, I like them both equally for different reasons. Like Darkness 1 is more story oriented. Well, they're both story oriented, but it's like just different how it plays. Darkness 2, you're like picking up stuff and throwing it and impaling it. It's like like Bulletstorm almost. You know,
So
like it's a
so
lot more.
is it a difference? Like is it a Mass Effect 1 to 2 difference? Where is the
No,
second one
it's
is just
just
like we're gonna make this. It's all action, buddy. We're gonna do this
it's
action.
yes, definitely all. But the first one was action too. It's just different. The first one you're shooting, and your darkness powers are a lot more passive. Like you're throwing, like you put up a. The darkness powers you would think are more like biotics in the first one, when in the second one, it's like you use your darkness arm to pick up a shield or a car door and throw it at an enemy and slice him in half. You know what I mean? It's a lot more melee and like just it's it feels more. I don't know how to describe it. Like physical, I guess. when
I think game promoters like to use the word visceral.
yeah. I mean,
So
you could be
that's all you played.
well. Let's see, Darkness, and my main big game that I've been playing is Canon Bridge of Spirits, which has been very fun, and it really shows that a game can be like kind of like an emotional game with like this beautiful setting and stuff like that, and not be a walking simulator. Like they could have easily made this story into a game like that. But instead, they decided to make it an actual video game with combat and counters and bosses and all this stuff like a video game, but it's also just this, like a game about spiritual journey and things like that. And they're called the Rot, but they're like these little cute creatures that help you and stuff. And they're not just like, oh, well, they will like lift up stuff so you can do puzzles and stuff, but they also will like, if you fight enough, they'll get courage, and then you can just throw them at it, and then they'll like distract bosses for you, and like there's a lot of mechanics going on that's very very video gamey, in a good way. Like I miss feeling like I'm in control of something, and I've actually did something.
Is it a little bit overlordy?
No, because the little dudes are like kind of with you,
Okay.
but it plays more like you're playing a game like Tomb Raider or God of like the newer God of War, but you just had these little things that you can oh, say you press X and then they'll go and do the thing, you know.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
And now I've got to where I have my bow. I can use the spirit world to make it into or my bow staff. I can make it into an actual, not a staff, just a bow. You know, so do a little bit of long range and the short range combat. It's really good. I played about 8 hours or so of it, and that was a blue present, and I didn't even know that he was. I figured that he was having some sneaky thing on last time. He was like, "What does everybody want?" And
No, I knew exactly what he was talking about. I knew exactly what he was talking about. And his present to me is one of the choices that I have to play for the channel, for my channel, the Scarfing the Hood Rich channel, after I get finished 2 Point Campus. But 2 Point Campus just came out with a DLC. So I'm still in here, dog.
oh yeah,
Still in here, dog. So, 2 Point Campus just came out with a new DLC. It's about like space stuff. Like you're running like astronaut school and shit like that. Like, it's weird, but you know, it's like goofy versions of like space camp, shit like that.
yeah,
So, all right. So you good?
yeah. Ken is
Alright,
good.
so-
I recommend that to anybody that likes like actual good video games. Like it's just
Word up. I played some 2 Point Campus, of course, because mostly I started playing sandbox games on my own because I started to get a little bit bogged down by having to play the game for just the videos.
mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a sandbox and just do whatever I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do anything where I have to worry about getting all of these things, like making sure that I check all of these boxes and all of this other stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna do a sandbox and I'm just gonna have some fun with it, like I used to. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. And like I said, I played 2-1 Hospital on my Switch. And like I've never played it on the Switch, so like I'm starting from like the beginning. Poof. That game starts real fucking slow. Real slow. But it was still a good time. It was a decent little time waster. And like I see when like how I can play 2 Point Campus when I'm on the phone. Like when I'm talking to my lady, like it's like I can play 2 Point Campus, and if I'm doing my sandbox, I can do that while I'm on the phone. But generally, what I do is I just do YouTube videos that I don't need sound for, like recipes or someone creating some art or something like that. I usually put that on, turn the sound off, and I'm just kind of watching that while I'm carrying on the conversation. That's generally what I do when I'm on the phone. But I can't play 2 Point. And then we played last weekend. We played As Dusk Falls. You know, Pooh Bear and I had already played it.
Yeah.
So
you and your lady played it.
yes,
Okay.
and she and it's because like you know it was on, it was on, it was like we were watching someone play it, and she was like, "Ooh, I'm interested in what's happening." It's like, all right, let's just play the fucking game. So we did that, and that went really well. She started off as playing on her phone, and then it was like, "Nah, I guess we need to we need to get you a controller." So that was fun.
You
And
thinking
then,
are you thinking about graduating to some of the more like supermassive games or Life is Strange games or anything like that?
likely not, because I saw most of Life is Strange and True Colors. I've watched Pooh Bear play through most of those, so there's no reason for me to play it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. But I have been watching someone play through the Walking Dead Telltale games.
Okay. Well, there's a new
And
Tales of the Borderlands out now.
yes, but it's not made by Telltale.
I know that.
They made that shit themselves. Nah, I don't know. I don't know, dog. Like, I ain't heard nobody talk about it. Like, nobody has like done any. I ain't seen no live streams. Like, I'm barely ever on Twitch because Twitch doesn't have a TV app. So like, I'm barely on Twitch.
Which
Like,
is weird because that seems like the perfect place to watch something that's live streamed where you can just like kind of sit and just have it on.
right.
Like,
But as I understand it, there is a way to download an app, but it's like you have to turn on something in your settings that you do, like third party or experimental apps or some shit like that. And then there's a way that you can download Twitch to your TV if you have a Roku TV.
yeah.
And both of my main TVs are Roku TVs. So I know that there's a way to do it, but and you know, I ain't trying to fuck my TV up just to watch Twitch. Like, that's not about
Well,
to
can't you
happen.
just watch it on your Xbox?
Can, but like, why would I do that? Like, if I'm gonna turn my Xbox on, I'm gonna fucking play something.
Right, right.
So, so, so my lady, her brother-in-law's birthday was this weekend, and one of his gifts was a PS5.
Sweet.
And she was talking about him playing Mortal Kombat, and she's very nostalgic. So like, she has, you know, like, she's played Mortal Kombat in the past, but we're talking about Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about old Mortal Kombat, not new Mortal Kombat.
Well,
But she
well,
said,
even old, like, I don't know. There's people that have some nostalgia, but I can probably go back to like Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat, but those old Mortal Kombats, that's rough, man.
yeah. So she about that life, and so she was telling me about it, and I'm like, you do know I can play that game? Like, it's on Game Pass. 11 is on Game Pass. So I put it on for her. I played a little bit, but she played that shit for like hours. Hours, I tell you. Mortal
Well,
Kombat, mostly, I tell you, which is crazy, mostly through the cloud service.
I've been finding some good uses out of that. For one, I played. Well, I guess I did play this, but I didn't really talk about it that much. But I played all of Pharaohs on my phone with the Kishi,
Okay.
and it worked really well. And I also played some Persona on cloud on my brother's Xbox. And I tried something else just on the cloud, and that seems to be the best application for Game Pass if it works right for you, because then there's no commitment. Because even with the downloading, you're like, well, I have some commitment because I've got to download this and use my real estate on my hard drive. This I can just click it.
Also, because I have an S, I have a Series S, so that is a huge commitment for me
Yeah.
to dedicate that space to.
So you're like, this
something.
random game? Yeah, I'll give that a try. Because you could just like click it and start playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we did that, and then I put on Forza Horizon 5 and just let her drive around a little bit. She started getting a little anxious, so I was like, okay, fine. And then I tried to get her to play 2 Point Campus, and like, she's just kind of like, all these buttons, like, and she, you know, being nostalgic and not being a current gamer, like, her knowledge of the buttons, the bumpers versus the triggers, is not where it needs to be.
There
Well-
goes.
There you go.
There's
you finally got a
like 30 minutes later.
There's a damn button on the side of the thing I got to turn on. I'm sitting here like
Okay.
hitting the FN button and trying to hit the camera, and it's like crossed out. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I look online.
Well, I guess that's why the fighting game, since it's all face buttons mostly, right?
yes. But then she realized that the bumpers are like the throws, and like, since she was hesitant to look up the moves. She was trying to figure out the shit on her own. Like the throws meant like so much to her because like there's like a lot of damage that those throws would do. But I watched her play, and you know what? Mortal Kombat, like even through the cloud, that shit looks great.
I thought that would be a game to where like, holy shit, I can't play this because fighting games like you're people talk about like shooters having lag or input lag or whatnot. Fighting games, it's like life or death if you have input lag or not. You know.
I when I first tried Cloud, I tried Outriders, and I didn't have any real noticeable lag. Like the game played like how it played on the version that I downloaded on the Xbox One.
Right.
I'm trying to stream a game that's blurry as shit.
Really?
Yep.
Must be your internet, dog.
Shouldn't be my internet. Got fucking gig speed.
Yeah, I have not had any like I said, she played a lot of Mortal Kombat 11, and
Play the story because the story.
Mostly it was on the cloud, and there was no real super noticeable lag. Like it played like it played.
The story modes on those games are really good. Like once 9, well, Mortal Kombat like self-titled from 2009 or whatever. They started like these really in-depth story. Like it kind of started over like the original story, and then through like 11, all of them are like worth playing through. Like there's and you get to learn different characters that you're not used to. It's a good way to like learn.
I still got to play through Aftermath. I have still not played that yet.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah,
I played that.
I don't really play a whole bunch of fighting games, but I played a little bit of that, and I couldn't figure out how to get the 2-player shit to work. For some reason, when I turned on my other controller, it was just kind of like, nah, dog.
You think it's because it was streaming? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea why, but yeah, it was just not quite working the way. And then I showed her briefly. I showed her Injustice. I was just like, it's Mortal Kombat with DC niggas, you know what I mean? And then like it's a bunch of and then all of the like side characters and shit like that, because like Mortal Kombat, it has a whole bunch of people grayed out that they want you to pay for.
Yeah.
But it was like $5 for everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like you pay us $5, you can have all you play with motherfucking RoboCop. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about RoboCop being in the fucking game, but like cool. Like it seemed like a cool idea, but I don't know if I want to pay. So this is about to sound like a real backtracking situation.
Okay.
For Mortal Kombat, I didn't want to spend the $5 for those other characters because it's a Game Pass game and it's a game that I don't own. But I am about to do that with 2 Point Campus. So like it's really weird. Like I'm about to buy, but eventually I'm going to just buy 2 Point Campus because I didn't buy Hospital for Xbox. And now since they took that off, Hospital came off when Campus came on. So now I can't play that game anymore, and the Xbox is where I played it the most. So like now I'm like,
you should have got it last week before it was leaving, because then it would have been on sale.
Yes, because that's when it's discounted. That's when it's like it had the discount or whatever. So I think eventually I'm going to do that. In fact, I might actually buy the. There's a pack. It's like $69 or something like that, and it has the jumbo edition of Hospital plus Campus.
Yeah.
Therefore, I got it. So whenever it gets taken off of Game Pass, I can still play.
Yeah, and I don't know if I said it last time. I might have did, but like the Xbox Play Anywhere thing is really showing its beauty in a lot of these newer. Because at first there was only there wasn't every game that had that, but
There's
now
There's a lot of cloud games now.
Because it was like, I can play Mass Effect on the cloud. I can play it on the Xbox. I can play it on the laptop. I can play it on my computer. And it's all the same save, and I own it on all of them because, I mean, the cross-save, play anywhere thing is cool. Like,
The
because
only thing I wish, there was a Game Pass app on the Switch.
Yep.
I wish. Like, if there was a Game Pass app on the Switch, I'd be on my Switch all the time, dog. I will say, I when I was playing Two Point Hospital, I remembered why I don't use my Switch very much. Because I'm getting old, and that writing is really fucking small on that screen when you're handheld.
I heard that
Holy
Logitech
fuck.
G Cloud thing is pretty awesome.
Yeah. But like, yeah, the writing on that screen is so small. I'm like, I'm holding the Switch up like, what that say? Like, I know I played this game before, but I'm just making sure that I got this shit right. Like, I'm holding this shit up to the light like a fucking dollar bill or some shit. Like,
Like the Game Boy.
yeah. Like,
I thought you were like holding it like Grandpa had to, like, when he was like trying to read something, he was like, well, what does that say? He had to hold it way back because he's getting his bifocals to work.
Exactly. Like, it was just all over the place. I'm like moving it back and forth. Like, okay, where is it come in clearer at for me?
Was that mostly with Diablo because of the small text?
Diablo was pretty bad, but when I played Diablo, mostly I was playing docked,
Okay.
so I was playing on the TV. So it's a little bit different. Different there.
Well, it's been some weeks, but I didn't even talk about it. I did play some Diablo. I started a new character on the computer because that game runs pretty good on like laptops or anything. So I started a Crusader.
Was it like a season? Oh, that's my favorite class.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Cool. I thought you were a wizard.
I got a cool wizard. But my wizard got boosted. Like, I was playing with somebody that was like super high level. He brought us all into a rift, and I like gained like 40 fucking levels in like 2 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That wasn't me, was it?
No. It was the homie Def Prime. But Def Prime was about that life, and he's like what I would do is I would just start a brand new character and then just jump in games with him just so they can get boosted up, so I can see like the full power of whatever character I chose.
Right.
I ain't had to start from scratch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do shit like that. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna start this character and like bring me in that rift dog.
You know, it kind of reminded me about something. A lot of these games, especially like RPGs and stuff that want to like have different biomes, they all add a desert area, and the desert area is always the most boring. I know
Absolutely.
it's supposed to be like, well, this is the death area because the desert is literally like the most death that you can have, but it's also just sand and boring. Like,
It's everywhere. It's coarse.
So like someone said, someone did a meme. It was like making Star Wars references in public, and it was like, yeah. And it was like people not understanding my Star Wars references. It was like Anakin looking upset. So, yeah.
that reminds me, like, I had made a buddy of mine laugh so hard when I purposely flipped what he said about the sand people around. Hey, well, it was like I killed the men, or where he was like, I killed the women and children, or whatever. He was like, I killed the women and children, but also the men too. You know, like the men was the hard thing to swallow.
Right. Speaking of Star Wars, Andor is fucking fantastic.
Yes.
Fucking do that shit. If you haven't watched Andor, do that shit. Andor is fantastic. And ain't no Jedi, ain't no Sith, ain't no Force. It is just the people. And that shit has been the best Star Wars content in years. Hands down. It is I kind of go back and forth some days of whether I think that Andor was better than The Mandalorian, because sometimes I do think it is. It kept me more glued to. It kept me glued to each episode to try to figure out what the fuck's gonna happen. Way more than the Mandalorian did. But I think. Hold on. Did I play anything else? I'm trying to think. Did I play anything else? I tried to play Rock Band, but then I realized I misplaced my batteries. Like I set up my drums and all kinds of shit, and then I couldn't find my batteries. So I never look my fucking drum set is still set up in my living room because I couldn't find the fucking battery. So I just put the shit to the side and just said fuck it and went about my business and just left the shit there.
Well, you know how many years your Rock Band drum set was set up in the back of your old place, like behind your
Yes.
podcast.
Very much so. They stayed up. So yep, I'm about that Rock Band life, dog.
I mean, you can
I'm
start
about that life.
podcasting from the living room again.
No, because here's the thing. I would love to be able to podcast from my living room, but here's the thing. I live in a duplex, and the front doors of both sides. It's a townhouse duplex, so it's side by side instead of an up and down. It's side by side.
Yeah.
Both of those doors are right beside each other, and you can hear everything. From like if somebody is going to see my neighbors, you can hear everything as if it's here. It is the worst thing ever. And my neighbor left, and I got new neighbors that I don't know very well now, but like that dude was very popular, and people came to see him all the time, and like conversations that they would have and stuff like that. I am all the way in on their conversations if they were having conversations at the door. All the way into conversations because like I ain't got no choice because I hear everything is it's clear as day.
We're starting a new podcast called Neighbor Chat.
Right.
They're podcast podcast host doesn't even know he's a podcast host.
Right. My new neighbors are not about that life, but yeah. It's just kind of crazy, and yeah, I would love to be able to do this downstairs, but like, nope, ain't gonna happen, dog. That's too much noise.
Well,
So,
did you think of anything else you've been playing, or you want to go
no,
into?
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to Scott.
Oh, what have I been playing? See, I've been playing some Modern Warfare 2, some that DMZ.
I've had people really fucking complain about that game.
Yeah, to me, it's just Call of Duty.
People have been
nothing new
complaining
about
about
it.
Call of Duty ever since the original Modern Warfare 2.
The DMZ thing seems really fucking interesting, though.
Yeah, it is, but you gotta have a squad. So I'd play by myself, and I last for like 5 minutes, and I'm done.
So is it kind of like the new version of Spec Ops? The Spec Ops
more-
missions?
It's more like Warzone, but like what is that computer game? Escape from Tarkov, kind of like that.
Okay. That's
Like
what they
you,
said. That's what they said. The new free to play Division game is supposed to be is kind of. They said it's kind of like Tarkov.
It's like you just got little missions you can do, but there's like AIs, and then there's actual other squads that are in there. They might be going to do the same mission, so you guys got to fight.
After the new year, us three, you want to play some Tarkov? Go in like completely professional. We're not playing anything else. All we're playing is Tarkov and getting good.
Now I think my professionalism comes in on games like Ghost Recon Breakpoint and Wildlands when it was working. I don't know if they ever got it working because I still ain't been back to Wildlands because when it came on Game Pass they were having server issues. But Breakpoint, that's where my professionalism is. In Division, kill everything that moves. I'm that nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's going down.
Or leave Chase in the dust when he's trying to look at his inventory.
Y'all, I don't. Look, I'm not I've already know my inventory is straight, and like so I ain't about to be sitting there playing in my inventory.
It's a loot
I'm
game.
getting. It's a loot game, but like you can tell what the loot is before you pick it up. So like, you know what I mean? So like, you ain't got to do nothing. Like, just pick the loot up, destroy the shit, and just keep on fucking going.
Yeah, but sometimes you might need to go through and mark things for trash, and I'm trying to mark things for trash, and you
You can
guys.
mark things for trash when it's on the ground. You can mark it for trash while you pick it up. That's what I do. I don't know if you can do it that much in one, but in two, definitely. Before you pick it up, you press and hold. You push in the right stick. It loots it as trash. And and like when I play stuff like Countdown or something like that, I loot everything as trash while I'm just going. I loot it as trash, so I know what I picked up while I was there because it's all set as trash. So I go through and see if it's worth taking off of trash, and then to keep it moving.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, so do you actually enjoy the game?
Yeah, I mean, say I play multiple. I really don't have much time to play stuff anymore, so it's just like I go on, maybe play a match or two, and I mean, I have fun. Just can't. I don't play enough. Like I can't find a weapon that I like, so I just keep trying all these because I got the battle pass, so I keep got all these weapons that I'm just trying to figure out what I will like, what I don't like.
You would be the one to buy the battle pass, even though you don't play it that much.
Well, it was something. I bought the base game, and then they had something where it was like $30. You can get like the. It's like I bought it, then for you can upgrade it for $30. You basically get the $100 edition. So it's like, oh well. So I did that and got the battle pass with it.
Well, wasn't
Okay.
the game bought the game for 70 and you upgraded it for 30,
Yeah.
right?
So you paid $100.
Yep.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like, your math ain't mathing, but I wasn't about to call you out. That was Chase. Your math won't math and quite right, but like I hear you. I hear you. But I mean it's the same thing people do for like fucking like 2K and fucking Madden and shit like that.
Well, it's like I bought the $100 2K and I barely play that.
And I haven't played 2K in the last couple of years. I just don't have the time nor the money to invest in it.
Well, it's like I bought it because me and the people I used to play Madden with were talking about doing a online league with that since they have that eras. But half the people don't want to do an era. It's like that's all I want to do. I want to play in the 90s or the 2000s. I want to play with players I actually know.
Exactly. I feel you there. But I never play those games. I never play the actual like whole team. I'm always just the one person.
Yeah.
I play my player, and I'm strictly a my player type of dude.
I was like, I did my player, created my player. Since I got $100 edition, I got free VC or whatever, and I put it to that player, and I started playing. It's like, I don't like this build, and it's like, oh shit, I'm fucked.
That is the fucked up part. I during Thanksgiving, I went to see my mama, and like, and you know, it's my stepmom, but I went to see my mama, and some of her people were there, and like her nephews and stuff like that. They were arguing. They were arguing because they were like, "Are you getting on 2K tonight?" Yeah, but I don't want to play with you and your fucked up ass character. And he was like, "Man, I don't like this character, but I've already put all of this time and money into it, and I don't want to change." It's like I can't change it because I'd already put all this money into it. So like now, I'm sitting here with this fucked up ass build, and I can't do nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, I think they should. I just don't understand how they can't just say like, okay, you delete that character, you get that VC back.
Nah, because that means they can't rake you over the coals with the money, dog.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, when I had somebody that I was watching a badge plug video, Bash Plug does a lot of 2K stuff, and Bash Plug said and then I heard a couple of other people say this is like, yo, I make 2K content mostly. Every time I make a build, I gotta add at least another $40 or $50 in VC just to make this character usable so that I can make videos of it. So like after buying the super edition with the extra VC, that's just for one character. Every other character that I do until the new one comes out starts with an extra $40 or $50. Every single time, every single character.
You know why this should exist is because people were mad at season passes. If we just kept it with season passes, it'd have been fine. We just pay for a season pass for some DLC packs, but instead everybody complaining. They were like, well, okay, we'll get rid of that, and we're going to find a different way to make even more money out of you motherfuckers.
Loot boxes. VC and loot boxes.
Yep.
And I just think that like the whole 2K is designed to get you to spend more money. Like the whole game is designed to get you to spend more money, whether it's you're playing my player, whether you're playing my GM, whether you're playing any of these other modes that people actually want to play. Like the whole thing is designed for you to buy VC. Like, and it's kind of shitty. I think it's just kind of shitty, and that's the reason why I gravitated to Live. And even though Live is an old game, it's a fun game, and I ain't got to pay nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, unless I want to do Ultimate Team type stuff, or I think it's called My Team or something like there. But unless I want to do like Ultimate Team stuff and buy packs, which is loot boxes all over again, nah, I'm good. I'm good on all that.
Well, it's like I play my team on 2K, but I used to just get all the locker codes, but they hardly do that anymore. Like past 4 or 5 years, you guys would give out at least 1 or 2 a week. Now it's like once a month.
Yeah, but then when they did it, it was always like, we got these shoes, dog.
Yeah.
It's only in this one color. Good luck.
It's not that pissed me off. So I got the next gen version. They don't have a Reebok store, so you can't buy Iversons. That's what I always wear. Yep.
Wow. That's messed up, dog. Well, I think I don't think doesn't have a lot. I know they have some. Live had you can get the Shacknosis, but like they didn't really have a whole lot of Reeboks in that store.
I guess there's you have like a shoe creator, so you go in there and like create your own shoes, but you can make it off of brands. So if you make a Reebok one, you can't get it for your player.
Dirty business.
And I was like, what? What? It should be an Adidas because Adidas owns Reebok. Then I come to find out Adidas doesn't own Reebok anymore.
Oh shit! That sucks.
That's why Reebok's in Walmart now.
Yeah, when Pooh Bear played basketball for a little bit, I tried my hardest to get her to buy some questions. Or I don't know if they were questions or answers, but one of those. I tried so hard to get her to buy those, and she ended up with these ugly ass fucking Under Armour shoes because, of course, it's Baltimore, so Under Armour is like everywhere around.
Yeah, everywhere.
What else you got for us?
Let's see what else. What else? I tried that Vampire Survivors or whatever. What the fuck is that fucking game?
Okay, I don't even know what that is.
Isn't that one to where like you just walk and he like auto hits, but you're just like trying to like.
I mean, it looks like old school Ultima. So you're just like it's like top level view, and there's just all these enemies coming, but like you don't hit a button, you just walk around. Like your character actually has a auto whatever it is. Like one's got a whip, and one's got there's like 4 different characters. I can only unlock 2 of them. But one's got a whip. Yeah, it's just all these enemies just coming at you. You just walk around. Yeah. But it looks like a Nintendo game. It's
Okay.
got some good music, but like I said, it's
You know,
just
hey Chase, are you gonna try Metal Hellsinger?
I have tried it. Like I haven't tried it much. That was one of the streaming games I did, and but I just haven't time to like really sink my teeth into it. But it's like Doom meets like, well, I wouldn't say Guitar Hero. It's like Doom meets like DDR. It's more of a beat game than it is a, yeah. It's more of a rhythm game than it, because I wouldn't consider like Guitar Hero and Rock Band to be rhythm games, because you're more like playing the songs, not just the beat. And
Right.
when in Metal Hill Singer, it's definitely, because at first, because it the first song that you play, it's like kind of like a do 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 do, and then as you get more enemies and stuff, the guitars and the vocals start coming in. But it's weird because like the pistols and stuff, you can hit right on the bass drums, but then like the shotgun, you kind of gotta, because it's more of like a reload, so you gotta like skip some beats with that. So it does take some getting used to. Because if you don't hit them on beat, it doesn't work. Like no damage will be dealt. So you gotta hit it on beat. So it's like
Damn.
Doom, but it's visual
I
because
figured I
as I
figured that
think,
would be something. I figured that would be something that's up your alley.
yeah, it's like Doom with rhythm game, and it's pretty good. A lot of people seem to like it. It's
Right.
got overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
Word up.
anybody buy any good games over the Black Friday sales.
I ain't about nothing. Nothing.
I bought Skyrim on PC.
Y'all, how many times they gonna get y'all to buy Skyrim?
This
And
is my
like,
second time buying it.
they have sold Skyrim. I don't know how many. I had one of my old coworkers who was like the boss's son. He eventually left and went back to school, but he bought Skyrim on the Switch just to have it. And it's just like, yeah, I've already played this on this place and that place and that place, but I've wanted it on the Switch so I can have it with me on the go. But it's like, but you keep buying the same game. You are literally buying the exact same game over and over and over again.
I just bought it on the 360 back in the day, and I bought it on PC, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the PC is the ultimate place to have Skyrim because you have, there's mods and all kinds of stuff. I know there's mods on the Xbox too,
The mod
but it's very
where
curated.
the mod where all of the dragons are Macho Man Randy Savage heads
Yeah,
are fucking hilarious.
I did do some silly mods at first. Well, hold on, the internet's being a little weird. Okay, it's good. I did do some silly mods at first, but now it was mostly like quality of life stuff and visual stuff. Like give me better water or better skies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything for Black Friday. I spent too much on food. Like me and Pooh Bear went to Walmart and I went ham. And then I ended up buying her a coat also while we were in Walmart because she needed a heavier coat than the jean jacket she had on that day. And then the worst part about it is it was cold the day that she came to me on Wednesday. It was cold. And then it warmed the fuck up. So she couldn't even use the fucking coat for the rest of the damn weekend that she was with me. So it made no sense for me to buy that fucking coat. I mean, it's gonna, it means something for her later. But like, I'm just kind of like, yeah, we gotta get you something a little sturdier than this jean jacket. And then she didn't wear the coat the whole fucking rest of the weekend. So I didn't buy anything on Black Friday because I was being a good dad.
Yeah, I bought it through I forgot what the name of the site is, like Fanatics or something.
Fanatical.
But I got like, yeah,
Okay.
like that's where I got Miles Morales from. It was only like $40,
Okay.
but got I bought that in Skyrim, and I got like 3 free games. I got Borderlands 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2, and some
Yep.
Warhammer game.
Your Fanatical makes a game out of buying games.
Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic 2, that is the one that actually has the controller support. And speaking of controller support, that is the reason why I have to buy 2 Point Hospital, because I have to buy it on Xbox, because the PC version that I have and I own does not have any controller support at all. I don't think Campus does either, but I play them on Xbox. But when I play the version for recording, I'm playing it through the Game Pass app, so I got controller support that way.
Yeah, it makes me mad. It's like, I don't play DayZ on a computer because they don't have controller support. It's like, you got it on Xbox. Why can't I just have the Xbox control scheme?
Exactly. It makes no sense that these things are not available to people who want it.
Yeah, I understand. I got to use the keyboard and mouse to like do the inventory and stuff, but for movement and shooting the guns and all that shit, people just use the controller, Xbox controller setup.
Yeah,
well, I guess they wanted to keep it fair because the controller people will destroy you if you have a.
I was half tempted to buy a Steam, Steam
I said
controller.
it backwards, but the
No,
mouse and
you
keyboard.
you don't want one of those things. Everyone who owns one would be like, "Yeah, this was cool for like 10 minutes." I'm gonna go back to the controllers that I know and love. I think the only person that I know that actually liked the Steam controller and actually used it was AZ Rockslide. AZ Rockslide was the only person that had a Steam controller that actually used it. Like everyone else was like, "Oh, this was cool for a few minutes."
Well, maybe you would like it because you are Blazy, right? I mean, that's a old school Scarcasm thing, but you're Blazy.
Right. I just use a regular controller. I'm not really using a Steam controller. I'm just.
I think the very first August was where Blazy comes from.
I think so. And we'll be coming around the mountain for a spring fling in April, right?
Yeah.
Are we doing April or are we doing March?
We're coming around the back for a spring fling.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll be flinging all kinds of shit.
Body roll, body roll, body roll. I got the condoms right here. That was literally a box of condoms. But anyway. All right, what else you got, Scott?
Like I said, I haven't really played much games. Just been spending money on fucking weights and shit.
Okay. Yeah, because you said you was getting right.
Yep. Well, it's like I was going to Planet Fitness, and they don't have free weights really. And I want to start, squatting and benching and deadlifting. I was like, I'm gonna go buy my own bar and all this other shit. So Black Friday is the best time to buy workout equipment. So I bought all this shit and I set it up, and I ain't got enough room in my apartment for it.
The Planet Fitness is just like machines, right?
Yeah, it's like they have a thing called a Smith machine, which you can do bench presses and all that kind of. Because it's basically just a bar on a rail, but it don't have that much resistance on it as a real like bench press would. And plus, the one I go to's only got 4 machines, and everybody's on it all the damn time.
Then also, it doesn't take account the balance you need for bench pressing and free weights too.
Yeah.
So safety net there.
So I'm so hardcore in this shit now. I have 2 gym memberships in 2 different gyms now. Okay. Found another one that's like 15 minutes away, but it's the same price as Planet Fitness, but actually has free weights.
Okay.
So
is the one with a name, or is it some local stuff?
It's like Vasa Fitness.
Okay.
They're not like big. They only got like 50 gyms in the United States, usually more in the Midwest area.
Okay.
It's like Vaseline because you go to Vasa to get lean, right?
But it's the same price.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll
It's
allow
10
it
bucks.
this time.
That's like $10, same as Planet Fitness, but Planet Fitness is right around the corner for me, so
No, I had a black card, dog. I had a black card because
that's
like
what I
that.
got, and I don't even use the shit.
No, that fucking wave, the wave, the wave bed. That shit feels fucking fantastic. The one that's at my Planet Fitness, that I turned off my shit because I wasn't going during the pandemic at all. I'm not that I was going very often before then, but they have this bed and it's like it shoots jets and it runs up and down your body. It's like water jets. It's underneath like you lay down in it, and that shit feels so fucking great, dog. Like it, I mean, it feels fantastic. I really wish that they had another version with, like, of course, with a dick hole cut out. Because like I ain't trying to have that shit like water jets like really come at my dick like that. But like one with a dick hole cut out for you to turn around and go like face down,
Yeah.
because that shit feels fucking great. I can't even remember what the fuck the name of that shit is, but it's just like shoots water jets. Like you can adjust like how strong it is, how fast it moves. You can even change the range of where it's moving back and forth. Like all of that
hydro,
stuff.
hydro something.
Yeah, buddy. That shit is fucking fantastic. That shit feels great. But they definitely need a one for your front side, because it only really does anything for your back side. So look, just make another one with a face hole cut out and a dick hole. Like, it has to be adjustable in some way, shape, or form. But really, really, like, I turn the pressure up, so I really don't want that running across my dick. But like,
I don't even know if I want that on my
so
belly, man. I'd rather have it on my back than my belly.
No, but like, because like when you work out and you do like a bunch of workouts, and like you do like a total, like a day where you're doing like the little
tour ability.
30-minute, the 30-minute joint where you go around the different stations and shit like that, and you kind of do a full body workout, and then you might do something else, but like it's always like like you're part of the reason why I don't like working out is because like after you work out, you're so fucking sore. You're just kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like and like people who lift weights and stuff like that, they say you got to power through it. And you'll be all right. Just keep going.
Well, if you work out enough, then afterwards you feel refreshed. You just not going enough.
But like I'm so out of shape that every time I went, I felt so awful.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, and I know I'm supposed to keep going and all of this kind of stuff, but like it's kind of like drinking too much, where you're hugging the fucking toilet and you're just like, I don't want to do this ever again, until you do. And then you do the same thing and you end up right back hugging the fucking toilet. That's kind of how I felt with working out.
Well, somebody's saying, "Oh, power through this or power through that." Why not just keep with your reps and just say, "Well, working my biceps, I'm just going to do 10 reps on that." You know what I mean? Just don't like overdo it, but just once it starts.
No, but I'm so out of shape. Like I'm fat, dog. Like for real. I'm a fat dude. And like, yo, any workout that I do, any physical exertion that I do hurts the next day. Hurts. Like really bad. The next day, everything is sore, and like, dog, my bathroom is upstairs. So like after having any kind of physical exertion, I'm like, yo, let me hurry up and do everything I need to do downstairs, because if I got to go upstairs to pee, I'm just upstairs, dog. I'm not about to walk these fucking stairs, B.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where it don't really hurt that much anymore, but I'm not up in the weights that much.
Okay, so you keep it consistent. You're toning. You're not building mass.
Well, I'm trying to build a little bit of mass. I'm drinking protein shakes and eating chicken every damn night, basically.
Yeah.
Eating
Do you do
protein
the thing?
bars.
Do you do the thing that the people who lift weights like crazy do, where you like load up on like peanut butter and shit like that before you go to bed?
No. Yeah.
Because I ain't trying to lose nothing, dog. Like I ain't trying to lose nothing in my sleep, so I'm having like just apples and peanut butter right before I go to bed. So I'm like, you know what I mean, like those dudes.
Well, bad thing about peanut butter is it's got somewhat protein, but it's not that great. There's there's different levels of protein for when you're building weight or building mass. So, like I said, I've been reading up on this shit. Basically, dairy and meat are like the best proteins you can get for mass.
Yeah, we got. Look, I'm out at dairy, brother lactose. Like
Yeah.
you probably get a good workout out of me going back and forth to the bathroom. That'd be a great workout.
Yeah, it's usually I go work out for. It's like I bought a workout program to start, but it's just I got to get the motivation to do it. But it's supposed to get me ready to bulk up. But I'm trying to bulk up and lose weight at the same time, so that's the fun part.
Yeah, it's like like at this point, there's no point of you getting on a scale.
Well, I've been watching
Yeah,
a lot of Cobra Kai, so you just need to join a dojo, man. That's what you need to do.
it's yeah, it's like I'm plateaued. Like I
Right,
lost like
but
30.
here's the problem: if I join Cobra Kai, I'm Stingray.
Yeah,
Well, you don't join the Cobra Kai you don't join the under 18, dojo.
I'm Stingray. Look, no matter what, if I show up to a dojo, I'm Stingray.
You going to provide the alcohol to the teenagers?
Yeah. And then, oh my God, when they got busted and he had the fucking 40s taped to his hands, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh
Shout out to
man.
my nigga Stingray. Stingray came through in the end.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was really down on some Stingray for a while. But he was just a scared Stingray. That's all. He's just scared.
I mean,
Scared.
once a dude who is in charge of the dojo that you pledged yourself to gives you the beats until you don't fucking say nothing, like no, this is what you say when they ask you what happened. Like you, I mean, I'd be scared too because this nigga gave me the beats. I mean, he will Stingray ass. I mean, I know there's a little bit of spoilers, but he will Stingray ass. He beat
Yeah.
the shit out that dude. like, let's be honest, he beat the shit out that dude. So
Yeah, it's like after this last season, it's like I don't know where they would go after this. There's nobody else to bring in. Like everybody's been in the show.
Julie,
Yeah, that's about the only person.
yep, she don't want us left.
I
Unless
just
they
wish
bring in, Jaden Smith.
Well, keep in mind that because of that movie, what? Okay, because of that movie, Will Smith has the rights to Karate Kid, and so all of that, even Cobra Kai has to go through him and his company.
Yeah, I think I think I've seen his name as a producer on Cobra
Yeah,
Kai.
he's a producer, but it goes his brother-in-law that, as I understand it, is the one that's in charge of all of that. But like, yeah, he is listed as a producer because he bought the rights to make the Jaden Smith movie. He made the Kung Fu Kid, but called it the Karate Kid because of name recognition.
Yeah,
That shit was stupid. Like, nigga clearly says in the fucking trailer that it's Kung Fu, but like, we still gonna call this the Karate Kid. I don't get it, dog. I don't get it at all. But it is what it is, B.
But I kind of hope Johnny's able to get Cobra Kai back under his name.
Nope. It's Eagle Fang for life, dog. Fuck that shit. You motherfucking Eagle Fang now. We Eagle Fang now. Like, nah, I don't want him to go back. I want him to go back because, like, did you know Johnny is liable to succumb to the pressures of Cobra Kai, and I don't want him to do that. Just keep it Inglefang, dog. But I mean, that's just a fantastic show, and more people need to watch that show. I said it when it's still just a YouTube show. I was like, yo, no, y'all need to really watch this.
Once it went to Netflix, they started cussing more. Also, it was like, man, fuck you, and you're like, whoa, where'd that come from?
It's every show every show that started somewhere else and moved to Netflix, because that shit happened on the the one with Kiefer Sutherland, Designated Survivor. That shit changed when the Netflix season started, and it was cussing. That shit happened to Lucifer. They was cussing on Lucifer. I mean, they brought in God and everything, but they was just like, no, we about to get these cusses off.
Well, it's like I finished the last season of The Walking Dead, and on AMC Plus, and it's like they're cussing and shit. It's like, man, where was this when Rick was like, they're fucking with the wrong, they're screwing with the wrong people. Like, he's supposed to say they're fucking with the wrong people.
Yeah, I stopped at about season 6 or 7, one of those, and I saw that it was finished, and I was like, should I go back? And I saw a video, and it was like, if you already left, don't even worry about it, dog.
Yeah, it's like season 9 was like really good, and then it started falling off again.
Well, it's weird.
But then they're doing all of these fucking spin-offs, though.
Yes, that's another thing bad about it. It's like, oh, we're going to have this, Maggie and Negan spin-off. Carol and Daryl. It's like, that's the only people I care about, and they're going to live.
It's just weird that they, at first, they were doing new things that the zombie genre hadn't really done before, and which was focus more on the people. But now, that was in 2012, right? They've been now doing that for 10 years. It's not new anymore.
Yep, now they got 4 spinoffs basically now.
Is Fear the Walking Dead still a thing?
Yes. Okay. There's that. Then there's Tales of the Walking Dead, which is like an anthology series. Then there's the Maggie and Negan show. And Daryl, and then there's the Rick and Michonne miniseries.
They should just call it.
Supposed to be doing a movie.
They were supposed to be doing a movie, but now they're making a miniseries.
Okay. They should literally just call it Maggie and Negan, and it's just like a sitcom, like Mick and Mork and Mindy or something.
No, they started shit off like WandaVision.
Well, see, it's just weird. I'm gonna spoil any fucking way. Who cares? It's Walking Dead. Like, Maggie's Maggie's got her son, Herschel, and Negan is married now with a kid on the way. And it's like, are they going to be part of the show? Because they didn't kill him off in the last episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched like a recap of the episode.
Yes,
and it was just like, and they were talking about a whole bunch of people. They were talking about the people that I knew, but then, like I said, I clocked out at about 6 or 7. So like, then they were talking about a whole bunch of people that I had no idea who they were.
It should have been like, somebody on a podcast I was listening to. It might have been PSVG, but they were saying how like it's been so long. Either all of these people would have been dead by now, or the zombie apocalypse is over. Like, why is the zombie apocalypse lasting 10 years and these people are still alive? Both of these things cannot be true.
It's like one of the Tales of the Walking Dead, the anthology series. One of them was set like 35 years in the future.
So then that proves that.
Is that the one where they showed? Where they gave you a glimpse of what actually started the shit?
No. There's like,
because I seen a thing where they were talking about, there was an episode or something where some lady went back to a lab, and like supposedly the lab is where that virus got created.
Okay, so tell you the best way to explain this. So there was that other spinoff, The World Beyond The Walking Dead, which was like it's basically young adult Walking Dead. That's what I called it. So it was following these kids around. But at the end of the end credit scene was there's a lady who was watching the video from that doctor from the CDC was talking and
Yes.
uh and talking about how these scientists from France were probably the one that started it or whatever.
Then somebody rolled up on her.
Yeah, killed her, and then she turned to a zombie and was like really strong. So that's another thing they had to into this last season. They started having variants like zombies that can like open doors and crawl up shit.
They turned into Left 4 Dead. That's some bullshit.
Yep. Yeah, they climb up walls, get using weapons and shit.
Grab people with their tongues.
Zombies are supposed to use weapons, dog.
It's like they're in like a hospital or something. One springs up a rock, starts smashing on the window, and breaks the window open.
Okay, so like zombies that learn to use weapons, that is the end of civilization, right? Like that is the end. Like there was, I mean, once the zombies figure out how to use weapons.
Well, I figured that like how they have wrote this virus, that was almost an unsurvivable thing in the fact that even if you avoided the zombies, you're still going to have zombies, because if you die of anything, you're still going to be a zombie. So how are you surviving this shit, you know?
Well, it's like that's a bad thing. It's like some people are just watching just a regular show, and these spin-offs are like setting up all this other shit. Like that Beyond the Walking Dead or World Beyond, that sets up where the people that took Rick, the place called like what was it, CMR or something like that. And it's like they got helicopters and all this other shit, military and everything else.
Yeah, that's just weird. And you know what? I'm glad they were able to end on their own terms instead of the shit getting canceled early. Because the show that I'm watching, that I was watching for to Return to Oswald podcast, Counterpart, that shit was really good, but that shit got shut down early. It's only 2 seasons, and fucking J.K. Simmons is a bad motherfucker. Like, holy fuck. The fact that J.K. Simmons ain't win no fucking awards for this show is like, there's no God. I can say that emphatically. I don't think there's any God, because J.K. Simmons should have won all of the awards for this shit. I know that it was like originally a Stars show, but holy fuck is Counterpart. It's just a display of the acting of this one man is a fucking acting tour de force, as the tabloids would say. So yeah, we're done with that. So we're probably going to be picking up. We're gonna do Watchmen, but we're taking a break on that show. So we're not coming back until February, and we're gonna do Watchmen, and then we're gonna move into something else. I know Rashani wants to do The Wire. I'm not a Wire fan. Just not a Wire fan. So I really don't want to do The Wire, but I may be forced to. And that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck.
Yeah. What was the creator that has a new show out? I forgot what it's called. I think it's on HBO.
That's the one with the cops, right?
I think so.
I think it was a miniseries. I don't think it's a full show, right?
Might be.
I thought it was like a 1-season deal.
It might be, just like Watchmen was. Just pissed me off. I wanted that to continue.
Yes,
That shit was good.
and the other show that won all of those fucking awards and still got canceled, Lovecraft Country.
Yep.
And nobody knows why it was canceled. It's just like, well, this shit is canceled. So
That's
It'll
why
be,
I'm afraid. I was afraid to start watching new shit because I was afraid it's going to get canceled, especially if it's a Netflix show.
yeah. I that's one of the reasons why I ended up picking up The Expanse. And The Expanse is a fantastic show. Like fantastic. Like I don't know, I can't tell you like that show. It was originally a sci-fi show, but that shit is fucking fantastic. I, ca- I I cannot speak highly of that show. That show is top five for me, all time, top
I
five.
heard the books are really good too.
My boss read the books, and my boss liked the book so much that he goes in on my Amazon Prime so he could watch the show. Like that's how much he liked that shit.
Yeah, I had to slug through Rings of Power.
I no, I've never been a Lord of the Rings type of dude. Like those movies make me sleepy, and I just can't. I can't do Lord of the Rings. Sorry, okay, just can't. But like if you've never watched The Expanse, you should do that shit. When when the first season went on to Prime, I binged like four fucking seasons in 2 weeks. Like I binged four seasons in 2 weeks, and like it was a network show, so like it was not a little bit of episodes, and I
Yeah.
did that shit. Like I watched that shit. I watched it at home. I watched that shit, and I watched that shit at work, and then would stop being at work. And if I was too into an episode, I would load the shit on my phone, put it on my little dock while I'm driving, and watch the rest of the episode while I'm driving home. Like that's how that shit got me. Also, the for the Mass Effect people, the chick who does the voice of Auntie Ron is the shit in that show. I can't and don't get me to try to pronounce her name. I ain't about to do that. But you know her immediately as soon as she start talking. Even though she played a Korean in Mass Effect, you could still tell her who she is without the processing.
Yeah,
Just like I knew who she was
yeah. We have
in season one of The Punisher.
we've heard her in other things too, and we're like, oh, that's
She's gonna be in the new Assassin's Creed too, right?
I don't know.
I believe so. She's gonna be in the new Assassin's Creed. She's like the person who trains your character. She's the person who trains them to be an assassin.
The yeah. Well, for me, I said that I did been watching the Cobra Kai's, but the we watched some of I watched some of Wednesday. Amber binged the whole thing in one night, and I was like, I got to go
How
to
much
bed.
is it?
It's yeah, she stayed up till like 5 in the morning doing that shit. But it's like 10 episodes, they're like 40 minutes each, so she maybe like 5 hours worth, 4.5.
Okay.
So, but it seems cool. Like it seems like some people said it's like goth Buffy, but I think it's more like goth Harry Potter, like with the whole school of extraordinary people or whatever.
I heard, and like I saw that Christina Ricci actually plays in the show as another character, right?
Yeah, she plays a teacher.
Still,
Yeah, it's cool. And Jenna Ortega, she's really cool. I first saw her in X. Apparently, she was also in that Jane the Virgin. I never watched that, but I first saw her in X, and I saw her in the new Scream. And in both of those movies, she was pretty fantastic as a horror girl,
yeah.
I guess.
And I have one more suggestion that has been suggested to me by several different people that are not connected to each other. There is I think it's a Prime show called The Peripheral.
Like over here and here.
No, it's a device.
Okay. Oh, that kind of peripheral. Okay.
Yes, it's some sort of like gaming device or some shit like that. It's I seen a trailer like 2 weeks ago, so I can't 100% remember what it was about. But yeah, I think I'm gonna watch that because now that this show is ending for the rest of the year, I don't have any more Return to Oswald until February. I'm just gonna try to catch up on some shit.
Is a
You muted your
controller
mic.
a gaming
Uh,
peripheral?
you were talking, but we couldn't hear you. Did you mute your mic, Scott? We can't hear you.
Scott's muted.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said I watched the first episode of Willow today.
I don't remember the movie, so like I don't know if I'm gonna watch this shit and be lost.
Yeah, the epilogue for the first episode basically tells you the movie.
Okay,
But
Hmm.
I did
it's
watch that
Willow.
Tales. I watched that Tales of the Jedi show. That was actually pretty decent.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. It's just a bunch of short stories, but
Is
it's
it the
actually
same? Is it the same art style as like Clone Wars and stuff?
yes,
Okay, cool.
is very kind of similar to that. Now, actually, I don't think it is. I think it's more animation as opposed. I can't remember, because it's been a few weeks. But it seemed like it was more like animation as opposed to like that computer animated thing that the Clone
Okay.
Wars was. But I can't 100% remember. So it might be, it might not be. I can't remember. But I watched all of those like back to back one day at work.
Does
But we
it?
were talking about earlier about cussing. Watching Willow. Just heard it sound like somebody said shit. It's like what?
Right?
It's like
The
what is that?
That's got the girl from Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Which one?
the redheaded.
Yeah, man. I'm
Okay.
lounging back, Blue.
She's also in Solo.
Okay. That's dope. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to catch up on some stuff. Um I I just, you know me, I typically watch a ton of YouTube. So I'm usually about that YouTube life, but there's a bunch of shows that I need to catch up on, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna try to catch up. I'm gonna try to watch Sandman also.
Yeah, I need to watch that. You can watch that. I still haven't watched season 2 of The Witcher yet. I'm so behind on shit.
I
I still got a
finally
whole
got
bunch of movies to watch.
I finally got past the first episode, and then I watched the rest. And season 2 of The Witcher is not as good as the first, but it's pretty solid.
Like I don't know if I want to continue or not since Henry Cavill's not come back after the third season.
You still got another season with him though.
Yeah, but I don't care. He's Superman again. That's all that matters.
There's conflicting reports now that there's new leadership,
It's, well, he came out and said he was Superman again
but there's
a few weeks
conflicting
ago.
reports. They gave your boy from the Marvel movies, he got the keys to the castle. Him and
Yep.
another one of his homeboys got the keys to the castle now. Oh
Yep.
man, I just saw. I don't know if this is true, but somebody said rest in peace, Kirstie Alley. As an old person, I feel sad about that.
Well, let's go check Twitter.
as a, as an old person, I feel very sad about that.
Yeah. Multiple articles.
Apparently, she had cancer.
Look who's
That's
talking.
That really sucks. Rest in peace, Kirstie Alley. She was 71. She was up there. So rest in peace, Kirstie Alley. I don't. Okay, we got to talk about something else. We got to talk about something else because I don't want to go out on rest in peace, Kirstie Alley. So somebody come up with something.
Well, the
Do
reason
something.
Blue was saying I'm lounging, I never really mentioned that the reason why I'm like here like this is because I was originally going to like kind of break down my desk and stuff, and then I brought the computer in here and have been playing games on the TV back here. So I was like, well, I guess I got a podcast from back here. So here I am. But the next podcast will be after the new year, and that will be I'll be in Kentucky.
That's every time you say Kentucky, that's exactly what I think in my head.
I just think they're the good old boys.
Was that in Kentucky?
Yep, Hazard, Kentucky.
I
It's a
mean,
real place.
let's be honest about this. Like, when I was a kid, like I didn't notice that I was cheering for motherfuckers riding around with a Confederate flag on their car. But like,
Well,
once I
felt the
realized
same way.
that, I was kind of out. So yes, Blue is the last one for the year because I'm letting Chase do everything he needs to do to move to Kentucky.
Yes, well, even though it's the last the last pot the last the last podcast, we still have reactions that are like pretty much 2 a week every week until like January. So we already got those in the bag.
Yep.
Speaking of which, when's your next Night Witch one? If you guys get Greatest Show on Earth, I definitely got to be on that episode.
You know what? We looked for that at the time because that one got suggested a lot. And that's the one I said, and we could not find that on the list of the ones that Chase had pulled out and set into a playlist. And you know that one dude said that he didn't believe that we had a playlist? Like, why would anybody who watched that... He said, why would anybody who watched that first video suggest to us more Nightwish?
So I like that's probably one of my favorite songs from them. It's just like I said, it's a long fucking song though. Me, it's more like a symphony. It's got like movements and shit in it. But
Well,
like
I
said,
do
think
want to
it's-
do some longer
got the
stuff because
jokes.
there's some jazz things that are long. There's some post rock things that are long, and I think if we do something long, we can split it up into multiple episodes, so it's not like just one long episode.
Oh, I think this song would have some nice discussion to it with the theme of it.
Blue got the jokes. I just want you to know in the chat, Chase, Blue got jokes already.
Yeah, I'm coughing like a Kentuckian. I think.
And in the other Discord, they were talking about how Gotham Knights is actually a good game and people just hating. The same way that people are hating on what you call it? What's the Callisto Protocol?
Yeah.
And I told them like the truth, like, hey, I stopped paying attention to reviews a long time ago.
Well, I actually got to where like I was looking at the Steam reviews and people were like kind of hating on it, but then I watched the IGN review and they gave it like a 7, and I like a lot of 7s. And from the review, it kind of sold me on it because I was like, that looks fun. It doesn't look like Dead Space, but I'm grabbing enemies and throwing them in the spikes and doing like crazy stuff that sounds fun.
Yeah, I switched a long time ago, maybe about 8 years ago or something like that. I realized that I care more about like what y'all think about games than what they think about games.
You don't care what I think about games. I've told you like, man, you might like Persona, and you're like, fuck you.
Well, I don't like JRPGs. And I'm never going to care about JRPGs. And I'm turn-based games, fuck that.
Yeah, it's like that fucking new Marvel game. I was like, oh, this looks cool, like trailer wise, and I watched the game. I was like, whoa, no.
I was really fucking surprised. It was like from the niggas who made XCOM. It's Marvel XCOM. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, you got all of these cool ass fucking characters in this game, and you made a fucking XCOM game out of it? Fuck you! Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, that Marvel game, the trailers look cool as a bitch. Just for this shit to not play anything like what the fucking trailers look like. This is some bullshit. And if I would be mad as fuck.
It's got a
like
badass name too. Like Like, kind of like the announcer at the Cobra Kai. You're like, it's still a badass name for a dojo.
Right, and it's just like that shit seemed like it was gonna be cool as fuck, and I didn't realize it was fucking XCOM. Cause like ain't nobody do no previews or nothing. And like, of course, that's a bad sign when people don't do no previews.
Yeah,
But,
Midnight
like,
Suns. That's a badass name.
this sounds like a
that was a good comic. That was a good comic book too.
yeah. And that's why I was like, yo, this shit is fucking XCOM. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, I don't want to play this shit.
Like, it was gonna be like Ultimate Alliance.
I bought Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch, and I never played this shit. I never played this shit.
I played the first couple levels.
Got one more silver dollar.
I heard that game is murder on your eyes if you're not playing it docked. It's like just shit is just happening on the screen when you're in handheld mode. Shit is just happening on the screen and you just can't follow the shit.
I just got to switch light.
Oh, you got the light. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm switching.
Sale and all the other games are for the kids. I got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Then I went and bought MLB The Show to play before I went to bed. That's all I've been playing.
They got MLB The Show on the fucking Switch?
If I got a Switch, I would get a regular Switch. Well, we have a Switch in the house, but it is a Switch Lite, and I got it for my son, but then he lost interest in it, so my wife has took it over. But like the reason we got him that is because we were like, I know he's gonna be dock, then off the dock, and then on the dock, then off the dock. He's not gonna like commit to something, and just play. So we were like, and he's mostly want it portable, so we got the Switch Lite. I wish we got the dock if I knew that he was gonna abandon it so quick.
I got a light that I bought off a lady in GameStop last year for right before Christmas. I think it was on Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken. I bought it off a lady, and because they were about to rake her over the coals for that Switch, and so I paid her out of my pocket. I cash apped her the money, and she just handed me the shit. That shit had Smash Brothers in it and everything. I ain't never played a Smash Brothers game in my life, but I got it. But I bought a Switch Lite and I bought it off of that lady, and I gave it to Pooh Bear. And when she first started playing, she wanted to play fucking Diablo. That was what she was. She was all about Diablo at first, and then she ended up buying she ended up buying what's that game that everyone plays but they secretly hate because you had to keep up with it so much?
Animal Crossing.
You got it. That's the one. So I never played I never played an Animal Crossing game either.
My baby mama used to play that game all the fucking time. I was like, oh my goodness. Hear that fucking jibber jabber shit. I was like, what the fuck is this game?
Yeah.
Back on the GameCube. Back in the early 2000s.
And Tom Nook is a whole nigga, yo. He be running your pockets, dog.
You can still jump in here, Blue, if you want to.
Say I bought.
No, he can't. We're wrapping this up. I wanted to say something nice to bring up the mood. After that, I just called Tom Nook a whole nigga. Like it's time to go. It's time to go. I called Tom Nook a nigga. Like it's time to go.
Yeah, I wanna play some Kenna before I go to bed. So.
Yeah. So again, this is the last show until the new year. We'll probably announce in the Discord when the next show is going to be. So we're giving Chase time to get his move to Kentucky.
To New Year's Eve show.
I don't know about the New Year's Eve show. I mean, if Chase is up for it, I would be willing.
We might have we could have a New Year's Eve game night, party night.
Yeah, I'm willing to do something.
We need to play some Back for Blood.
You really want to do that again?
Yes.
You know what I really want to play, and like no one has this fucking game.
What's that?
I really want to play Kill. I want to get back into Killing Floor, and no one has this fucking game, and it fucking sucks that no one has this fucking game. Like, I really want to get back into Killing Floor, and like the only person that has the game is Chase, and Chase is flaky when it comes to playing games.
I'm busy, man.
I know. So I really want to get back into that. They need to put fucking Killing Floor on Game Pass.
Killing Floor needs to be crossplay.
It should be. If it was, that would be great for it. Because all those PlayStation people already have it.
Yeah.
Because they gave it away on PlayStation Plus a long time ago. So that's the reason why I started playing the game when I was playing on my PlayStation a little bit. I still ain't turned on my PlayStation at all. I still ain't played Spider-Man yet. I bought Spider-Man and I ain't touched it.
Yeah, so finish that game. I was like, I'm gonna finish it before Miles Morales came out, and I was like, looked one day, I was like, oh, Miles Morales comes out like next week. It's like,
you still haven't finished it yet? You must have left that game on, like just like left it on because you have like so many hours in that game.
Oh, my kid's been playing it.
Oh, okay, maybe that's why. Such a good game.
Don't hate on Killing Floor, Blue. If you ain't played it, I don't want to hear nothing. Killing Floor is a fun ass game.
It is. I will vouch for that. It's fun.
Well, it's like my kids were playing Spider-Man, and I didn't know you can make different save points. So, like, turn around one day and like one of my kids like, I got all the backpacks. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, I got all the backpacks. I'm like, great. Now I have to start this whole game all over again, so I can do it myself.
Oh, you did? I don't remember that. I don't remember you playing that game with us. He said it's all right, but it's not really your type of jam. I know, just like JRPGs ain't my type of jam. I know a game like Killing Floor ain't yours, Blue. But it's a really fun game for us. Me and Chase at least. I looked at my Xbox and I still have Destiny installed, and I'm like, why the fuck do I still have Destiny installed?
What about Darktide? Darktide's on Game Pass.
I've gotten nothing but horrible. Like that shit is being reviewed horribly, especially the PC version is buggy as fuck.
Well, it's on Game Pass, so
yeah. I mean, Aliens is gone, dog.
Damn, I really like playing that game.
Aliens is going off Game Pass, so rest in peace to Aliens. But yeah, I think we're good, man. So we'll probably announce it in the Discord when our next show is. We'll still be trying to set up times to play on game nights and things of that nature. Whenever Chase gets moved and gets everything back
and you need to get on game nights before 1 o'clock in the morning too. I'll be out here and then waiting, and then you'll be like, I'll be there.
I usually check in because usually I got my lady with me. So like it's really difficult for me to try to be like, okay, I'm gonna go play some games.
Get her into game night.
Does anyone play fighting games anymore? Just me. Okay. That's her talking. That's her. Like I told you, she was like super into Mortal Kombat, so she probably wants to play Mortal Kombat with people.
Yeah, let's play some Skullgirls.
If it ain't on Game Pass, I'm not getting it.
Skullgirls is the shit, man.
If it's not on Game Pass, I don't give a shit. That's real life.
I was tempted to buy Mortal Kombat on the Switch, so it keeps being on sale. Yep, it keeps being on sale.
Yeah, Blue talking about something he can play fighting games. I don't trust playing fighting games with Blue. Blue the type of motherfucker that'll buy a fucking fight stick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Blue type of motherfucker that'll buy a fight stick, and you be out here like, why the fuck is he able to do all this shit? Because he got a fucking fight stick. He talking about something he play on PC. Bullshit. I'm not playing no fucking fighting games with Blue. Nope. See? He said he has a fight stick. See? I told you. I told you. I almost bought for the 360. when they had the fight pad, where it was like the Street Fighter fight pad, where it had all of the buttons on the face. I almost bought one of those.
Oh,
It was
okay.
actually
Yeah.
pretty dope. It seemed like it would be pretty dope. But yeah. He said he bought a Tekken 6 bundle with a free fight stick. You know they still got Tekken Tag Tournament on fucking on Game Pass? I would totally do that. I would totally do that.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Or like some
Dude,
Soul
it's
Calibur or some
been
shit like
dude,
that.
it's been like a whole fucking century since I played Tekken, so
That shit seemed like that would be fun. Like I always said that what I really wanted to do because EA Sports MMA was so fucking dope, and it was the way that they had it set up where you can set up fights, and then everyone else is in the room just watching when it's not their fight. Where you set up like a pay-per-view. I always said that like another fighting game needs to do something like that, where everyone is in the same room and not just like somebody streaming. Like, no, we're all in the party, we're all in the game, we're all in the party, but like whoever's not playing is just watching
that's,
without a streaming situation being a part of it. We're
think-
all just in the same game.
I think that happened with I think it was like that when we were playing Injustice because I played some Injustice with a big group on an extra live stream, and I think it was like that. If you join a match, your first match you'll say like wait or whatever, but after that you'll be watching everybody. At least with Injustice. So maybe
No, the not the new UFC games. It was the EA MMA when they didn't have the license. Their setup was awesome. They used to have actual like sanctioned pay-per-view events with like real like commentators and shit like that. Like that shit was fucking dope.
it's funny when we were just now
Remember playing that shit
getting
playing that
off.
shit with Jaybird and stuff.
Now that's when the chat's really popping off and we're getting some.
Because Blue showed up. He said he was working late. You know,
Oh,
Blue be working 12-hour days and shit.
Oh man, Roy McIlroy PGA Tour is gonna come off of Game Pass. You can't buy it anymore either. Fuck.
Better go ahead and snag that shit.
You can't buy it.
Oh, you can't buy it? Why can't you buy it?
It says not currently available. It's like
Okay.
Forza, like it's licensed and shit.
Okay.
It's like how Forza, like
Welcome to the digital future, my friends.
yep, it's like Forza. They only got Forza Horizon 5 and 4. They don't have the other one, the regular Forzas, because they can't sell them anymore.
I played a smidge of I played a smidge of 5, just kind of driving around, just kind of showing my lady the game and shit. But
It's pretty.
just just showing like she's nostalgic, and I'm like, no, this is what games can do now. This is what they can do now, right now. That was basically what that was. So we drove around a little bit. I put on a Corvette, and we was just kind of driving, and we can't fucking control that bitch. Once that shit gets up to that top speed, nope, I can't control that shit at all. Like I'm really bad at that racing game, really bad. But it was fun for a few minutes. He said 5 is beautiful, but 4 is a classic. He said, have a good one. Yep, we're out. Peace out to the Warriors. We'll check with y'all when we get back. When we get everything back up, we'll put it in the Discord to let y'all know when we'll be back recording. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your Christmases. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy all of those things, because I don't think we're going to be back before New Year's. We might do a game night or something before New Year's, but probably not actually do it.
Well, we do have a reaction on Christmas.
Yes, we do. And it was kind of a side project, and I chose it.
Did you get the text where I said that that song played in the wild when I was at the grocery store?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best fucking Christmas song. I'm sorry, it's just the best. There is no bad version of that song, and so many people have done versions. So
That made
yeah,
me think.
huh?
That made me think of something. Guess what CD I found the other day?
What?
I have to put it in my car seat, listen to it. I found a Crunk Christmas.
I was listening to. So I was I was having a conversation with my lady, right, and we were talking about music. She was talking about wanting to wanting to add some bedroom music. And like I was like, no, I got this already. I got a playlist. It's already uploaded. Like I'm ready to go when it's ready to go. So I went through the playlist or whatever like that, and then I was like, we are not in a situation where we can actually use this right this second. So we need to fucking change this into something. So I put on my crunk playlist so I could completely change the mood. And we went through some crunk songs, and I felt better about my life after that because we were not in a situation where we could take advantage of the fun time playlist. So, and she laughing in the chat because it's exactly what happened. I'm telling you exactly what happened. So I put the crunk playlist on. Now my crunk playlist has a lot of Memphis in it, like a lot of Memphis, a lot of 3 6 Mafia, and the the other people. But I absolutely did all the crunk stuff last night. All the crunk. Shout out to the Trillville album. Trillville album is still dope. It's better. It was like half Trillville, half Lil Scrappy album, and the Trillville album is way better than Lil Scrappy's album. With that, peace out to the Warriors, yo, and we out of here until the next show where we announce everything. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you to everybody that's gonna listen to this later or watch it on the YouTubes. Peace out to the Warriors, and we'll let you know when we'll be back.
Peace.
Later.